three mysterious dots forming a perfect triangle in the pitch-black lunar sky. A photograph taken by Apollo 17 astronauts in December 1972 while orbiting the moon. For over 50 years, this haunting image was sealed inside classified government archives. Yesterday, the Pentagon released it to the entire world. And that photograph is just one of 162 secret files they just made public. On the morning of the 8th of May, 2026, the United States Department of War launched a brand new government website called war.gov/UFO. On this site, they published the very first batch of never-before-seen classified files about unidentified anomalous phenomena, what most people still call UFOs. Photos, videos, internal military reports, FBI documents, NASA records, all of it dumped online for the public to read, download, and judge for themselves. This massive declassification is part of a presidential program called PURSU, which stands for Presidential Unsealing and Reporting System for UAP Encounters. It involves a coordinated effort between the White House, the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, NASA, the FBI, the Department of Energy, and multiple intelligence agencies working together. Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard confirmed that this is only the beginning. More classified files will be released to the public on a rolling basis in the coming weeks and months. The 162 files released so far span nearly 8 decades of unexplained encounters. They include Cold War-era reports describing mysterious rotating saucer-shaped craft seen by military personnel. They include modern encounters where trained fighter pilots tracked metallic elliptical objects floating motionless in midair. And they include documents so strange that even the Pentagon admits they cannot explain what's in them. Let's start with the oldest and most disturbing files in the entire release. December 1972, the Apollo 17 mission. This was the very last time human beings walked on the surface of the moon. During the mission, a photograph was taken that captured something no one expected. In the lower right corner of the lunar sky, 3 pale dots arranged in a perfect triangular formation are clearly visible when you zoom into the image. This photograph sat buried in NASA's classified archives for over 5 decades. Now the Pentagon has officially stated that there is no consensus about the nature of these anomalous objects. But here is the part that has the entire internet buzzing right now. A brand new preliminary analysis conducted by government scientists suggests these 3 dots could be actual physical objects floating in space above the moon. Not a camera artifact, not lens flare, not space debris. The analysis suggests they may be real, solid, physical objects of unknown origin. The government has obtained the original Apollo 17 film, and a full joint investigation between NASA and the Department of War is currently underway. The results of that analysis will be released to the public when completed. But the Apollo 17 photograph is not the only disturbing thing found in those old NASA files. Mission transcripts reveal that astronaut Ronald Evans, the command module pilot, reported seeing something deeply unsettling outside the spacecraft windows. He described bright tumbling sparks and jagged fragments drifting past the capsule in the void of space. His exact words during the mission were, "Looks like the 4th of July." He was describing what looked like fireworks, 240,000 miles from Earth, in the absolute emptiness of space. There were no fireworks out there. There was nothing out there that could explain what he saw. Now let's fast forward to the modern classified files. Among the freshly declassified images is one photograph that has been going absolutely viral across the internet since yesterday. It was taken by personnel from United States Indo-Pacific Command, the military division responsible for operations in the waters near Japan and across the Pacific Ocean. The photograph shows a dark, solid, football-shaped object hovering in the sky. It is clearly not a drone. It is clearly not a weather balloon. It is a distinct, metallic-looking, football-shaped body just hanging motionless in the air. The Pentagon has provided zero explanation for what this object is. It is listed on the war.gov website as a completely unresolved case. No identification, no known origin, no known technology that matches its shape or behavior. Just a mysterious football-shaped craft floating silently near one of the most heavily monitored and surveilled military zones on the entire planet. But here is where things get truly wild. The file that the Pentagon itself described as among the most compelling evidence they possess is not a photograph from outer space. It is not footage from a fighter jet cockpit. It is a detailed field report written by federal law enforcement agents who were standing on solid ground, looking up at the sky with their own eyes. Here is what happened. 6 federal agents were deployed in 3 separate 2-person teams at 3 different locations. They were conducting an operation that had nothing to do with UFOs. But over a 2-day period, all 6 agents independently reported witnessing the exact same terrifying phenomenon. At dusk, large glowing orange orbs appeared in the sky above them, and then something incredible happened. Each of those large orange orbs began emitting smaller red orbs in groups of 2 to 4 before the entire formation vanished without a trace. Orbs launching other orbs, witnessed independently by 6 trained federal agents from 3 completely different vantage points over 2 separate nights. The Pentagon itself said this is among the most compelling reports in their entire archive. These agents were not UFO enthusiasts. They were not conspiracy theorists. They were trained federal law enforcement officers reporting exactly what they saw. The declassified files also contain recent classified footage recorded by active-duty military pilots. According to the Pentagon, military pilots represent the single largest group of people reporting UAP encounters, and the footage they captured is deeply unsettling. Several clips show what researchers are now calling firefly orbs, tiny luminous objects that zigzag through the air at impossible angles and speeds, making maneuvers that no known aircraft, drone, or missile system on Earth is capable of replicating. Alongside the video footage, internal military memos from active combat zones have also been declassified. One intelligence report from Iraq, dated 2022, describes an encounter with what the military classified as one possible small UAP that could not be identified. Another memo from Syria in 2024 documents military personnel observing multiple glares or light from an unknown origin that moved in ways inconsistent with any known technology. These are not internet rumors. These are not anonymous posts on Reddit. These are official United States military intelligence documents that were classified until yesterday morning. Now, here is the part of this story that demands complete honesty. Despite all 162 files, despite the photographs and the videos and the military reports spanning 8 decades, there is no smoking gun confirming alien life, no recovered alien spacecraft, no alien bodies, no confirmed contact with extraterrestrial beings. The Pentagon has stated clearly and unambiguously that these files contain no indication that the United States government has ever interacted with intelligent beings from another planet. But here is what makes this release so extraordinary. The government is not saying these are aliens, but they are also refusing to say what these things actually are. Dozens of the cases in these files remain completely and totally unresolved. Objects that appear to defy the known laws of physics. Lights that accelerate and change direction in ways that no human-built machine can replicate. Orbs that spawn other orbs. A football-shaped craft hovering silently over the Pacific, and 3 mysterious dots arranged in a perfect triangle above the surface of the moon, captured on camera over 50 years ago, that even NASA cannot explain to this day. The official message from the Pentagon is remarkably simple. Here are the files. Make up your own minds. And remember, this is just the first batch. The Pentagon has officially confirmed that additional classified files will be released to the public on a rolling basis. Whatever you personally believe about life beyond Earth, whether you think we are completely alone in this vast universe, or whether you suspect something else is out there, one thing became undeniable yesterday. The United States government just opened a door that it can never close again. The files are out, the world is watching, and the next batch could change everything. If you want to see every single one of these declassified files with your own eyes, go to war.gov/UFO. Everything is public. Everything is free. And if this video made you think, hit that subscribe button right now, because when the next wave of classified files drops, you are going to want to be here for it.